See bottom. ಮೀಸೆತ್ತಿರುವುದೇ ಪೊಗರು ಅಡಿಮಿಡಿ ಅಹಂಗಾರ ಅನ್ನುವುದ ಮೊದಲು ಹೊರಗಿಡಿ Taking on my life, no in your way, my way. Ain't giving up on my kind of way, doing it all alone. This time I show you all my pyramid. The clock is ticking and flipping and shaking, breaking, but damn, I'm living. I ain't a smoker, ain't a drink to dream, dope for it, ain't a faker, ain't a kind of just a human, ain't a topper, ain't a flop of mediocre, ain't a pleaser, ain't a teaser, peacemaker, ain't a popper, ain't a flop, pill glosser, ain't a hypocrite, ain't a rude run talker, I'm a woman, clear, I'm gonna you, welcome to be my second name. Ni ain't no whatever, but I sit there, and I mean, do it, man. Vanakkam, I'm sure I'm also known as BC, but I'm also known as Mr. Earphones. So welcome back to my channel. So I have watched Robertt in Tamil Nadu, in theaters, in Kannada language. Okay, so this is my first Kannada movie in Kannada language in the theaters. Okay, so I loved the experience itself, and what a nice movie to start off my journey watching Kannada movies in theaters. So let's talk about it. Here we go. Okay, so before I start my review, I have to tell you people that I am related to all the updates of Robertt. All the links are in the description below. These are the thumbnails. Please do check them out. And I've also done a lot of KFI movie reviews. Okay, this is the list of movies, and the links are in the description below. So please do check them out as well, is what I would say. And having said that, let me describe my journey with this project called Robertt. Okay, so Robertt, the project, made me do so many things for the first time, and that's why this is very, very close to my heart. Okay, so what are these first time things that I did for this particular project called Robertt? I'm going to give a list of it right now. Okay, first thing is when Robertt teaser released, I did a reaction video to it at midnight. Okay, so that was the first time I ever shot a video midnight, and I released it instantly. So that was the first time I did a midnight video for Robertt teaser. And when Robertt trailer released, I did a premiere reaction. So that was the first time I did a premiere reaction. And when Robertt now released in the theaters, it was the first time I saw a Kannada film in Kannada language in the theaters in Tamil Nadu. So many ins, but still, yes, I did it, and I'm so glad I did it for this movie, because damn, wasn't I happy. Okay, I loved the movie. I'm not going to talk about DBoss, okay, because there's so much to talk about, so I'll keep him for the latter part of the review. But for now, I'm going to start off with the other characters and how the movie went and what my experience was. Okay, so once I enter the theater, the movie starts off with KGF teaser, and the theater goes berserk. Everybody starts screaming and yelling, and there were so many whistles. I was like, okay, let's get ready for it. And then came Robertt, and the movie started. It was going great. I love this Kuti boy's character. Okay, it was so cute. The character's name is Arjun. Okay, this kuchi little chubby boy, cute hairstyle, stammers, has his own challenges, but still is cheeky and has his own flair, and he's done really well. I love this Kuti boy. And then comes Asha Bhatt, ma'am. So yeah, I love her character. She had less to play, but still, you know, I really admired her dance. She is an excellent dancer. Okay, I think I mentioned this in Robertt Diaries reaction. I did mention there, saying that she looks to be like a great dancer, but when I saw it in the theaters, it was bloody true. She is an excellent dancer, and she had her very small role to play. She did it well. The villains, all of them had their own parts to play, and they have done justice to it. But for me, obviously, without any doubt, it was DBoss. Let me tell you, this is the first time I'm watching DBoss perform, and I was bloody taken aback by certain scenes. I was like, wow, okay, this person is amazing. I keep telling this from Yajamana trailer reaction that he looks all muscular, he's all beefed up, but when this Ravana fight scene came, bloody hell, he's looking massive on screen. His screen presence is like wow to the audience, is what I felt. I felt wow. I think everybody would have felt it, because he was looking amazing on cam. Man, I loved his acting as well. I'm telling you, I'm watching him for the first time. Okay, so I personally loved his approach towards both the roles he's playing, as in the innocent guy as well as Robertt. I loved it thoroughly. Okay, and I also loved this other person, you know, who I think his name is Vinod Prabhakar sir. He plays the role of Raghava, the friend of DBoss. So even he was amazing. I think he comes in this movie called Navagraha. I think I've seen him I think he comes as Tony, if I'm not wrong. Okay, I've done a review to that movie as well. Please do check it out. The links will be in the description below. But both of them were looking massive. They were all built. They were like on point, and their screen presence was amazing. Everybody, every character, had their roles to play. Had very certain people had very small roles to play, but certain people had a little more to play. But I think DBoss obviously was the star, and I think next to him it was this person called Vinod Prabhakar sir. Both of them were amazing on screen. Okay, and then from there, if I move on, I will move on to the technicalities part. I am not very technically sound, but whatever I loved, I'll tell you. Okay, the camera work was amazing. I loved the camera work. The visuals were like lovely to watch. Okay, for me, it was more like all the departments kind of together sunk in well for this movie is what I personally felt. Okay, right from the art direction part, Mohan B. Kere sir, to uh, the camera. I think it's Sudhakar sir, if I'm not wrong. Sudhakar sir, yeah, cinematography and edited by Prakash sir, and then comes so art direction, camera work, and editing together, all kind of perfectly sunk in. And when these things sunk in, the stunts looked excellent for me. I'm telling you, all the departments together. I'm not able to talk on every particular department separately. Okay, everything I think went hand in hand, and that's why it was able to create that impact. Okay, art direction, I loved it already. I mentioned it in Baby Dance Floor Ready song reaction. I was asking for the name, and everybody were telling Mohan B. Kere sir. So I loved his artwork there itself, and I loved everything. In fact, in the movie, the villain's place where there's a reflection of water on the walls, and the setup where all the songs are happening. Every place, I thoroughly loved the art direction part, and that's probably one of the main reasons why the visuals also were so lovely. I loved the way the visuals were captured, especially there were certain fight scenes where the camera rotates along with the fighters when they fall, and I loved one particular shot in this song, Kannu Hodiaka. When the camera kind of slides on that salty surface. I think it was probably a sunset kind of a shot. I loved the shot. The camera works were amazing, and then comes the editing, the fast, quick editing in the stunt sequences. I loved the stunts as well. I'm telling you, especially one thing. I don't know if it might become a spoiler, but I don't want to let out the spoiler. Okay, but there's a fight sequence between two people which you might not expect. Okay, this is one thing. I think I let out a spoiler, but anyways, okay, if you can guess it, you can guess it. Okay, having said that, that fight sequence, there's one particular scene where one person chokes the other person, catches him by the neck, and just lifts him and walks, and that particular portion was amazing. Okay, and the fight sequence in the bike garage was like lit. Okay, I loved it, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Together, it was amazing, and then adding cherry on top of the cake was the music. I loved the music, the BGMs, and the songs were lovely. When I reacted to the songs, I knew it was already a treat, but BGMs were there. Hari Krishna sir, I mean like, wow. I'm telling you, the Ravana fight scene and all those things, wow, it was a complete package for a commercial movie. Okay, I basically loved it. There were hints of certain other movies. Okay, I'm not bringing a comparison here, but I think loads of people would have already sensed it or guessed it. Vedalam was one scene, one movie where I was personally connecting a lot of things happening according to that. But just the essence, just the small, probably a small inspiration was taken. I won't say the entire movie was that way. Okay, so a small inspiration was taken, and that kind of added well with this particular script as well. So that is one thing people might say, okay, this is probably a conventional story, but otherwise, on the execution part, I just loved it. It was an absolute treat for me. And what was most happy for me was, when the title came in, it said Kannada, Robertt Kannada movie with English subtitles. I was like, wow, okay, I'm gonna understand the movie. But when the movie started, there were no subtitles. Okay, and I was like, oh damn, now I'm not gonna understand the movie is what I was thinking, but 80 to 85% of the movie I understood. Okay, and I was so happy. Well, there were only very few dialogues which I missed, but I could still relate what was happening. Okay, so I was super thrilled to watch this movie, and finally coming to Tarun sir direction part. Yeah, as I said, people might when you watch the movie, you might feel this script is already seen, or maybe it can relate to a couple of films. But for me, there were loads of things, you know, that were uh, like giving us really good feelings, and especially there's a transgender character, that particular scene, the fight sequences, I'm telling you, the execution was amazing. So even if you when you watch the movie, you feel this movie has already come out somewhere, or these are parts of different movies put together. If you feel that also, I really didn't feel that. I just, as I told you, I just had this one thought where one particular scene, or a couple of scenes were for me relating to this movie called Vedala. But otherwise, I was just sitting back and just loving the movie. I loved it, and I'm so glad I saw DBoss in action. I was happy. It is a definite watch movie. Please go to the theaters and enjoy the movie is what I would say, and end this review. Thank you so much for watching. This is my review for Robertt. I wish you people enjoyed it, and if you did, you know what to do. Please do it, and as I told you people, please do check out all my updates, reactions on the updates of Robertt. And yeah, I've sung Baba Bana already. Okay, so please do check that as well. How did I forget to sell that? That song's visuals also were great, and DBoss's Robertt look revealing was also great. It was great. Go watch it. This is what I would say, and end this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until I catch you in my next video, this is Shoaib signing off. Take care and peace.
பார்த்த அந்த நொடி துடிக்க மறக்குதடி எந்த நிதயம் இனி உனக்கு அடிமையடி உன்னை மீறி இல்லை சிந்தனை அட எதுக்கு எனக்கு இந்த தண்டனை சுண்டி இழுக்கிற ஆள மயக்கிற சைட்டு அடிச்சு விட்டு கெத்து காட்டுற என்ன தாண்டி பிரச்சனை உனக்கு தினமும் செய்யணுமா அர்ச்சனை மெத்து மெத்து பொண்ணுடா அவ கோலி உரண்ட